Yeah, hit the likes and subs. Oh, yeah, they're in full coat mode right now. That's right.
Wow, 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 wow. Great to be here. Wow. So excited for this show. It's going to be a real great one. Thank you for showing up here. We got a great crowd. I can already see people pouring in. Would you look at that? People, we got, Mateum. Wow. Celebrities, icons. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. That's all we have right now. But more people will show up. So, what's going on in my life, dude? Wow. Not a lot's going on. I had a few thoughts, dude, that I thought I wanted to share with people, and I've forgotten almost all of them so far. Damn, this sucks. Ooh. Oh, nice. Dreamers is live, dude. I saw his thumbnail. So, oh man, I couldn't tell if the thumbnail, like, are you mad at the world? That was his topic today. Are you mad at the world? I don't really have a topic today. So probably J Dreamers is a better bet for entertainment. What's up, Brutal Enough? We're just struggling over here. This is my personal struggle session with coming to the realization I really don't have much to talk about. So I'm just having a struggle session internally over here until I can figure out what I want to talk about. There were a few things I had in mind, but now that you come to think of them, they're like, that's so retarded. Why would you talk about that? But we have local. I don't know if you guys have billboards. I'm sure you do. They kind of is the word ubiquitous. They're billboards are a common thing in America. I don't know I mean, I've been throughout the world. I'm a traveler, okay? But I mean, I haven't traveled in a while. And I really do, I haven't been everywhere. I'll be humble about that. So I don't know the real billboard situation outside of the United States. I haven't, not for a long time, I'll be honest, dude. So they might be in the billboards, they might not be, but in Utah, we like billboards quite a bit. We got billboards. We got a lot of billboards, especially on, we have a big road called I-15. I-15. And we got billboard wars, dude. It's weird when you realize there's a billboard wars going on, and you're wondering like how did this come to be, and how important is is the general target demographic in this location of Utah. I mean, we got the smart billboards in Utah. And so we got smart ones, and then we got the ones that never changed, like the ones you're probably used to. The smart ones piss me off because I know when I'm being targeted because it'll be like something I searched recently. But hold on. Billboard Baggage. That's right. Buddy is having a stroke. No, I'm sorry your friend's having a stroke. That's awful. Billboard Baggage. So anyways, we got billboard wars going on in Utah. And they're between two companies. And it'll go... And I don't know how much this money costs. I should really look up the cost of a billboard. And I'll take a picture the next time I see this. And sometimes it's on the electronic billboard. Sometimes these two companies are slinging their marketing revenue, at these intermittent advertisements on these electronic billboards that sometimes are hit or miss, but sometimes they line up. So the two companies at war right now in Utah are, Utah has the best companies, but Minky Couture, do you guys know, is it Minky Couture? I think it is. It's a blanket company. And they make the softest blankets. But the blankets, honestly, kind of a scam. You don't wash and dry them correctly, they're ruined. And they're not even the same thing anymore. So they're kind of like, and then after you could try your best to keep the blanket in good repair. And believe me, I've tried. It's difficult. It's a lot of money for these blankets. I don't even know. They're at least they're way more. How much is a Minky Couture blanket? I don't know. And if you don't know what these blankets are, well, consider yourself lucky, okay? If you're from Utah, you know this shit. The original soft minky blanket. And I wish they were made out of minks. That'd be crazy. But it's probably fake mink. How much does a Minky Couture blanket cost? 40% off. Whoa. Well, they even got men's blankets? Just blankets that are like just for men, huh? They got some blankets starting at $50, some blankets starting at $129. I like to get a Sapphire blanket. I mean, dude, life is hard. I'm telling you right now. This shit's crazy to think about, dude, that they even do this. Where is it? You're gonna want to get on the visual over here. On the visual side of things. We're looking right now on the big screen, folks. We're looking right now at the big screen. Go ahead. If you've just been auditorially listening, go ahead and lock eyes with your screen real quick. We're both observing a Minky Couture Hugs Sapphire blanket for a cool it's a cool price, $179, folks. we got whoa, I was a little bit wrong on that travel price. That's just our travel size blanket. And we've worked with Afterpay. You can pay this for $15 a month, folks. $15 a month. Now, $15 a month is not a lot. You can afford this blanket. This is a travel size Hugs Sapphire blanket. Now, we're going to step up these sizes, folks. So, the prices are going to jump up a bit, and with that, keep your expectations satiated. Here we're looking at the grand size blanket. That's $350, and that comes out to $30.20 a month after pay payments. You can afford this blanket. And let's not forget 11,101 5-star ratings. The only thing people disagree on is what size they should get. But everyone loves this blanket. It's a great blanket. And you can also make a donation. At the end of your $350 blanket purchase, you may make a donation. Let's check out some of these reviews. Ooh, love these blankets. Purchased for a gift for a family member. Luscious. Monster. Ooh, these people love the monster size. Ooh, perfect housewarming gift for my niece and her family. I have so many Minky blankets. My kids and I were fighting over them, so I had to get everyone their own. Wow, as you can see, everyone loves this blanket. But in the other corner of Utah, we have an up and coming blanket company. And this company is going toe to toe with Minky Couture blankets. And if you don't know this other blanket company, I've actually never had the pleasure. And I hate saying that when I talk about a product I am not familiar with. Okay. Introducing Lola blankets, and these two are going billboard for billboard. People in the hood call it band for band. Now, I've seen these Lola blanket commercials, and I say to myself every time I see them, gay. But from the onset, these blankets look exactly the fucking same, and I couldn't believe it. They claim to be the world's #1 blanket. And anytime somebody says that, you know it can't be true. But their prices, let's look at their prices 1 second. This one's, you got to make your choices. 35% off your first order if you want it. We got the Lola XL for a cool $425. Get the Lola XL now, folks. $425. It's, so these blankets, when I tell you that this is the blanket that everyone has in Utah, I don't know if they have. Minky Couture was the standard. You know what I mean? If you don't have Minky, you don't have anything. I'm partial to Pendleton. Dude, give me a Pendleton quilt. Give me anything Pendleton. I stay true. You know what I mean? Pendleton's my company. Always has been. These up and coming blankets, they're like, oh, we're the softest blanket. No, fuck that. I like the roughness that reminds me of grandma's fingertips working at quilt that I never appreciated. What was it? Anyways, sheesh. So I like quilts, dude. I'm a sucker for quilts. I like handmade. I like the feeling that something was handmade, and like somebody suffered a little bit. Like there might even be blood in the blanket because the needle prick. They fucked up the needle, and then all of a sudden, but you gotta find. You'd have to like look, and they probably washed it anyways. But there's an off chance that the blood stained. You know what I mean? You looking at the blanket, and you're like, damn, that's Mima's blood right there. She made the blanket. She put her blood and sweat in this thing. You know what I mean? That's like a real ass blanket. And now, but these blankets are top tier. These blankets are sold out. Look, you can't even get these designs. This blue and white lightning bolt sold out. Sold out, dog. Hey, check out this. We got the lightning bolts. And these are Lola blankets. Okay, so we got a large blanket. We call this the Lola Aviator Nation. Just look. Can you see the comfort? A big invention on the chip company was when Ruffles made ridges, folks. Now you're gonna look at this blanket. You're gonna see basically what you're looking at, folks, is the invention of the ridges for the blanket. Now these are micro comforting cushions embedded deeply within each layer of the blanket. You can see these ridges over here. Each ridge adds another layer of comfort that will have you asking yourself, will I ever need another blanket? The answer is no. Here's another blanket. We call this one Rainy Night. Quite popular. Only one size left, and that is the large. Get it quick over here. Again, we got 34,105 reviews. They're all 5-star. Let's check into the reviews real quick, Frank. Of course, we got the first review here. Beautiful and incredible. I am obsessed. Love my Lola blankets. They are so soft and amazing. I have 5 in total. I love the caramel and cream color. It's absolutely beautiful and matches well with bedroom colors. These blankets are not a disappointment. I tell everybody to buy them. They're incredible. They have truly helped me get better sleep and made me feel nice and cozy. Told my husband we will be switching all of our blankets to these. Below is a picture I have of an XL Lowell blanket, and on top is the caramel cream color. Wow. This 5-star from Forrest Vaughn, just the best, always. That's from Maximo. Maximo, thank you for that 5-star review. Let's see what Jackie has to say. Jackie says, it is awesome. You don't get too hot when you set your legs. It is so soft. I love it. Thank you, Jackie. We got Courtney B. We got 4 smiley face with a 5-star review. These are truly the softest blankets ever. I love the weight on them. That truly sets them apart from other brands. Colors are fabulous and subtle. Thank you for that, Courtney B. We're the last review of the night, folks. 5 stars from Amy. Very soft and plush. Love this. Okay, so these are the 2 contenders in Utah. And next time I get the opportunity, if I'm not driving and if I'm safely in the passenger seat, I'll take a picture of these billboards in Utah. I wonder if anybody else has noticed this. Billboards, Utah. But lately, dude, this summer, it'd be like Minky Couture blanket, Lola blanket, Minky Couture blanket, Lola blanket. And like, look, it said, you know what? I'm not the only one to notice. That's crazy. Let's just check into the AI. The AI's, I don't know how behind I am. Wow, I am right. And I just noticed this shit, folks. I'm so tapped in to Utah culture. Holy shit, dude! I am right. The AI even knows what I'm fucking talking about. I'm seeing this, and I'm bringing it to you And you really gotta be a local to know about this. Let me break it. Whoa! Jim Bemo, new subscriber. Thank you, Jim Bemo. Sit down. You're gonna want to buckle up for this segment. The Utah Blanket Wars is famous local advertising battle along the I-15 corridor between Ogden and Provo. Brands like Minky Couture and Lola Blankets frequently dominate freeway billboards, using everything from wholesome product photos to sultry high fashion lifestyle ads to capture attention. Oh, the brands, the signs, Lola Blankets. Why so many billboards? Utah, particularly the Salt Lake City and Wasatch Front area, has a surprisingly high concentration of local brand billboard companies or billboards compared to other states. Because Utahns spend significant time commuting on the I-15, direct consumer brands have found that out of home advertising establishes credibility and drives massive website traffic and social media engagement. If you're wondering what local residents think of the endless blanket ads on their daily commutes, some forum users note how unique and pervasive the phenomenon is. One user on Reddit, dude, just AI makes your whole segments. I don't even know why I bother thinking. I'm like, dude, what was I talking about? The blanket wars. And then boom, it's just got it all for me, dude. It's got it all for me. Thank you, computer, for making my job easier. One user on Reddit reports, I'm here from Chicago. This is EBT. I'm not saying this is or is not EBT, okay? So I'm no stranger to cold weather, but the amount of billboards I see for not only designer blankets, but multiple purveyors of them has me perplexed. Who can help stitch this together? Why there's so many damn blankets in Utah? I know it's cold, but what's with these Mormons and all their fucking blankets? That's one thing a lot of people miss, like whenever they're talking about Utah. It's always the dirty sodas. Nobody's bringing up the blanket obsession, dude. It's like a weird blanket core. People get into that, like cottage core. Like it's like, what kind of blanket person are you? And then it gets into like, what kind of vacuum do you have? I mean, Utah, I love Utah. I love Mormons. But there is some things where people are like, what do you got? Because I'm going to get it too, maybe. You know what I mean? What do you have? I might get one of those. That's how it is for these people out here. Did they see one? Keep up the Jones. Hey, you know what? Is that a Tesla? I'm getting the 2026, actually. I didn't tell you, neighbor, but dude, you wouldn't believe, neighbor, get over here. I can't, you sneaky dog. You got a 2024 Tesla? I didn't want to tell anybody this. I'm getting one. Damn it, I'm getting one this Christmas. What color? You got, yeah, I see. Is that the color? You got black? Oh man, that's a nice. I'm getting silver. I'm getting silver on my Tesla. Well, another commenter notes the surreal continuous presence of the marketing. 5 miles between blanket ads? If only. What a luxury that would be. I feel like I can't go 5 yards. To drive anywhere in Wasatch Front is to be continually assaulted by a gauntlet of advertising. The billboards look like they were placed by a carpet something. I don't know. Are you looking to buy? Are you interested in a blanket? No, I'm not interested in buying a blanket. Thank you, AI. But that's the real stuff, folks. That's the real deal. That's what's happening in Utah. I'm glad I could bring you the news. A lot of people don't know what's happening. And billboards, Utah. You know what I was going to say? No, you also know what I was going to talk about? Sheesh, dude. Maybe I already have talked about this, but yeah, I did. Yeah. Let's just stick to local news and things that really get people excited, tintillated. Is that? You know what I'm trying to say. Here we go. Utah. Where are you staying in Utah? They got some pro nuclear highway billboards. Now think about this. We got homeless people. We got rising taxes all throughout this state. We got blanket companies fighting a war. And when I read Utah's pro-nuclear highway billboards, just the billboards, they're part of a $1.8 million state-funded education campaign under Governor Spencer Cox. Just about like like I pay taxes and I'm like, wait, what? You took 1.8 million taxes and then turned around and said, we're gonna educate you. Thanks for the money, dummy. You know, that's how I feel when I turn around and I see that they took the money I gave them and they just bought ad space on a billboard. What the fuck? I'm retarded. I don't know how people are paying tax. Like, what? Who allowed this? Thanks for the money, dummy. That's how I feel like the state is. What? Oh. So they took our money and then they're like, we're going to take your money and we're going to propagandize you with it. We got this great thing we want to do, which is we want to bring nuclear energy into the state of Utah, but you and a couple other people aren't quite too sure about it. So we're going to advertise to you for a few years. But we're going to need money to do that. We need money to convince you nuclear energy is a good idea. Fuck, dude. I can't believe they get to just take your money and do that. like $1.8 million. That's a lot to me. I know maybe it's not in the grand scheme of like taxpayer money, but just how they were just like, yeah, let's just get $1.8 million from these idiots. And we'll advertise to them. The campaign was launched. So anyways, so you'll see these blanket billboards, right? And this is what I'm telling you I see. Blanket. And if you go to Las Vegas, everything's like, did you get into a crash? Did a semi hit you? Did you have a DUI? Every billboard in Las Vegas is just like that. Personal injury, DUI, bond, attorney. Fucking speeding ticket? We got you covered. Welcome to Las Vegas. And in Utah, it's like blankets. And then they hit you with the nuclear plants emit less radiation than bananas billboard, which you paid for. So it's weird. Like, you suffered through all these blanket billboards, and then there's the billboard your dumbass paid for with your tax dollars, and it's a picture of a banana. And then just a little note that says nuclear plants emit less radiation than bananas. And I don't believe that. I'm thinking to myself, there's no fucking way. Like, nuclear radiation. No, there's no way. You're telling me an entire nuclear plant somehow creates less pollution as far as nuclear radiation is concerned than a banana? Do you think I'm retarded? That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. And I paid for it. Dude, when you pay to brainwash yourself and you do it with shitty lies you don't even believe, that's ooh. Some people say lots of things. Some people say nasty work. That's awful. That makes me feel terrible. I don't believe that, dude. Can we get a fact? Just the radiation from the concrete, just all the construction workers, the rebar, the actual radiation pollution. They're saying all of that is less than one banana. Don't believe it. Anyway, so this is the billboard. Those are the local billboard wars here we got in Utah. perspective on. While scientists acknowledge that bananas are naturally radioactive due to potassium 40, making the radiation comparison technically factual, environmental groups like Heal Utah argue the comparison downplays the very real difference between natural background radiation and the byproducts of nuclear fission. That's right. The state, so if the fucking state lies to you, there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference in this stuff. And it's like when they're like safe and effective. Remember? Oh, dude, if I think about the pandemic long enough, I actually still get upset. Then I'm like, those fucking bastards. And then I just like go on with my day. But if I sit there and I think about it for any length of time, I'm like, wait a minute. I can't believe, dude, what kind of magician were these fucking evil reptile scientists to like ram 2 planes into a building, have 3 buildings free fall into their own footprints, and then send us into a 20-year war into the Middle East? Dude, like, are we there's so many moments in life where you are the king of Rohan when he's just stuck in the chair and worm tongues whispering in your ear. That's how I feel about the American population sometimes. Like, dude, we could move mountains, okay? We could move mountains. But we're basically just getting ear fucked by worm tongue over here, and we're asleep at the wheel, in control of the most powerful nation the world's ever seen. But what are you gonna do? I mean, I don't know, man. Somehow I'm paying into $1.8 million tax paid billboards that are factually incorrect. It is dystopia. Holy shit! And the weird thing is, like, this is science, dude. With this, why are the science people always lying? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not clear. They're not being clear on the science of what kind of radiation they're talking about. Like, you know what I mean? They took your money, they advertised to you, they lied to you, they weren't clear. Imagine they're not being clear with the science when it comes to this. Oh, well, yeah, the radiation thing with the billboards. Well, that's just more like a fun little example. The real numbers are different. But how are we going to approve a nuclear reactive plant if you know the real numbers? And then you think about Fukushima. You ever think about Fukushima lately? What happened to Fukushima? And why can't they go back, dude? Is that place forever a ghost town? And is that stuff true? Like, if you really just be in Fukushima, you get like cancer and die? Because I thought they went to like Chernobyl and like the wolves are cool. You know what I mean? Like, things aren't dying. Really. Too bad. You know, and there's nothing mutated. But like, what's going on in Fukushima, dude? I want to know about that. I haven't heard any. They just stopped giving you updates, dude. Like, weird things happen. Like that guy who tried to assassinate the people in, I don't know. It's where Tim Waltz is from. He just like he tried to kill people and he went crazy and he's like, "Yo, I'm basically a hitman," and the news stopped reporting on it. You're like, what the fuck? What happened to that guy? Like, don't even worry about that trial. The trial's not important. Did you know? It's weird. There is that trial with that guy, dude. I'm sure that guy. I don't know who. He went insane. But he alleged that like he was part of some larger operation. And everyone just, when you hear that stuff, you're like, oh, that guy's crazy. He's batshit crazy. I don't know about that. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's normal. Maybe he really was like activated. What's going on with the chat? We got JJ Beans _ OG. Wait till you find out about the sun. I know. I really don't know anything about the sun. We got Slow Boy, White Boy, Buddy Boo, London Man, Moldy Apple. Dude, we got a great crowd. Moon _ 3810. God, we got a great crowd. Oh, my damn. Thanks for being here, everybody. The start of the show was so rough. But I've covered everything, okay? The billboards. Is there anything else going on? Local news? I don't think so. I really don't. The Iran wars turned into the 1984 meme. You know, they're at war with the East. No, they're at war with the West. But it's like they're in a peace deal. They're not in a peace deal. They've solved the problem. They haven't solved the problem. It's like perfect territory for a forever war. Dude, just solve it. Is there anything else I could talk about? Holy shit. Ooh. Ooh. Too close for comfort. Yeah, I like dude, it's crazy with like the Jews just get their own local segment. Is there a video? Can we watch a video of this? Nice. So we're just gonna stay local real quick. This is just a short. I normally don't do this at all, but I gotta have respect for my Jewish community. Okay.
A Salt Lake synagogue says it is lucky to be in one piece after a brush fire yesterday. Congregation Kol Ami's rabbi Sam Spector says the Tanner Park brush fire was burning only about a block away from the synagogue. Rabbi Spector says the first thing a rabbi must do when a synagogue is threatened by a fire is to save the Torah scrolls if possible. He says he ran to grab those while other members of the congregation rushed to turn on the sprinklers.
That's crazy. He's got one job. It's like, you know what? Forget about the women, the children, the weak, the infirm. Save those Torah scrolls. If there's a fire, get the scrolls and get out of there, Rabbi.
And these Torah scrolls are each over 100 years old, probably. There's one in here that's over 400 years old. And they are handwritten documents. It takes a year to...
Dude, why does our Jew look so Mormon? That's the craziest, most Mormon looking Jew. We got Mormon looking Jews in Utah. No way. What? Hey, I mean, he's got that Mormon look. That's
over 400 years old. And they are handwritten documents.
He got the Mormon voice too. He said, he's got that Mormon on. He doesn't sound too Jewish to me. Sounds like a neighbor.
It takes a year to write a Torah. And so, and even if somebody drops a Torah scroll, the whole community is supposed to fast for 40 days. It's considered that serious. And
no way. I didn't know that. Let's hear that one more time, dude. There's so many secrets they don't tell you. There's so many secrets.
He's supposed to fast for 40
Oh, my bad. Hold on.
A Torah. And so, and even if somebody drops a Torah scroll, the whole community is supposed to fast for 40 days. It's considered that serious. And
it's
wow, Rabbi Spector says the fire department was able to put out the fire before it reached the property. He still says it was burning a little too close, though, for comfort there.
Wow. Great local news segments, dude. I love the local news, especially when we get a little bit of Jews, get a little bit of, you know.
Hey everybody, welcome to ABC4 News at 5 o'clock. I'm Sarah Murphy.
And I'm Brian McElhatton.
No more, please.
Good to have you with us this evening. In a major move for you.
No more. Sorry about that. Woo! Wow, what a great, I mean, we covered it all. Today's episode is basically all about Utah. Probably in the show here, dude. Is he related to Harriet Tubman? He could have been. So, that was crazy. What's up, Bobby Starts Enterprise. Good to see you. Love my car, and I know it costs as much to get another used car. Dang. So you gotta love the local news. Checking in with the local Jews, dude. That's my segment. Just seeing what they're up to, and they're doing fine. They're staying safe. Your neighbor happens to know a lot about health insurance. I think that's a. Oh wow! Utah ranks the 6th worst state to live in. Finally, some propaganda I can get behind on. Utah's been ranked the 6th worst state to live in due to poor air quality, childcare, and worker protections. Damn. Quality, especially investing in places. It's just terrible. Don't live here. Listen to this. Despite receiving an F grade, the state was praised for its low crime rates. Don't live there. The state's terrible, but they do have very low crime rates. Shit. I wish they gave you the full rankings. You know, the state was praised for. I want to see the rankings, you know? We ranked above Georgia, Louisiana, Indiana, Texas, and Tennessee. Fuck. That's crazy. Dude, I'm sure everybody saw this. I like my, everyone's like, did you see that bison video? When people ask you if you've seen the video, it's too late.
You've seen this video here. It's of the.
Oh, is he? And when this guy says it, when he says, "Have you seen the video here?" Dude, it's over. Everyone's seen this video. I hate that. Just have you seen the video? I did a whole show about that. Have you seen the video? If you have to ask that question, yes. By that point in time, everyone's seen the video. Okay.
All right. Have you seen this video here? It's of the moment a man was thrown 8 feet into the air. Look at that. By an angry bull bison.
So the first time I saw that, I honestly belly laughed. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking hilarious, dude. Because who fucking even fucks around with the bison? Like what?
In Yellowstone National Park, a professional photographer who shot this video told Cowboy State Daily in Wyoming that the man was walking with his grandson when they became the ire of an agitated bison. Now, Yellowstone officials say the 60.
Yeah, like look at this old guy. Like, oh, what's going? Let me take a photo. Hey, I got an idea. Fucking get away, run, dude. You're old as fuck. What are you doing? Notice how the younger human was obviously okay. They escaped unscathed, but this fucking ZZ Top performer.
65-year-old man was sent to the
Let me get
hospital
my
after
phone
that
out.
hit, obviously. Bison are no strangers to Utah, though we've got an entire island dedicated to them. But do our parks go about animal safety any differently? Well, according to Antelope Island,
this guy's running around. I don't know why he didn't go to like this big metal box. You know what I mean? You can't dance around. I would have got on top of the metal box. Oh, TBE did the freeze phrase. TBE already covered this? Damn.
comes down to how much space
Get
they
'em.
give the bison.
Recommended by Yellowstone National Park is 25 yards, and we
Okay, Ben Morris has one of the coziest jobs in the West Coast. Look at this guy. This guy is very unbothered with almost anything. You can tell this guy's pretty free. He's free of depression. He's free of mental illness. This guy's outside most of his day, and he's unbothered. He's in his lane, and nothing makes him happier when he's like called upon to answer some obscure question about local fauna, local wildlife. You know what I mean? Ben Morris is looking at how life played out. I wish I would have been a kid and realized like Ben Morris has got it. He's jacked. He's got the best life. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking idiot, and I'm over here like, oh, I wonder what I'll be. Fuck. Look at Ben Morris, dude. Guys, dude, wildlife biologist, Antelope Island State Park. He's just getting checks from the government, and he's like checking on animals every now and then, you know? Lucky, dude.
Definitely do not go along with that. We do recommend, just in that video is a great example of it, we recommend much further than that, 80 to 100 yards.
Yeah, you know, you don't have to get close to them. They're big. You can see them from far away. Antelope Island Park authorities also say if bison look or acknowledge you, you are too close. If bison are cool with you, they'll ignore you.
I like how because the guy didn't die, they just played the video 4 or 5 times. They're like, yeah, show him getting flipped. It is actually hilarious, I think. You know what I mean? It's hard to laugh at it again and again and again, but I mean, I guarantee in like 15 years, I'll laugh at that one more time. I'll be like, yeah, no, that shit was funny. And if he would have died, you can't laugh at it if the man dies. But if he dies like a week or 2 after, you could still look back and laugh on it. You know, if he lives like a week or 2 after the whole thing and then he died from just basically old age at that point. He didn't die. The bison didn't kill him. That's what I'm saying. You talking about cars? What are you? Yeah, he's talking about cars for. Is there anything else, dude? Oh, dude. Okay, this shit drives me bonkers. We're staying local. Dude, today, I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm only concerned about my local area now. You know? If people want to talk about Iran, let them talk about Iran. Or if they want to talk about Washington, D.C., I'm talking about Washington, D.C. But apparently we're in a fucking drought. Okay. That means we don't got a lot of water. There's a monsoon coming towards us, and simultaneously, right? So they're trying to, and they are, like there's a splash pad in Utah or 2 that have been closed down this year because it's, you know, there's not enough water. And I don't like that, dude. That's Orwellian to me. I don't live in the America where like, oh, I live in Utah. I don't live in California where they're like, oh, well, we gotta save water. Dude, motherfucker, we live on a water planet, okay, dummy? All right, we got tons of water. Don't turn off the splash pad because we're in a drought. And then now we got a monsoon coming. But so we need the water is my fucking point. We need this monsoon weather. We need the fucking water. Now there's a Jewish company, okay? This is the part that fucking bothers me. There's a Jewish company saying like, yo, maybe we don't need the monsoon. What if we could spray the air and stop this fucking monsoon? Wouldn't you like that? No, motherfucker. I want the water. I'm in a drought. And now basically what they're going to end up doing, dude, is this Jewish company is going to start to gain control. And when Utah doesn't get enough snow, which is what happened recently, and we need a strong monsoon season, or we need rain in the summer or fall or spring, these motherfuckers are going to come along and block up. They're like cock blocking the moisture. There's moisture rising up from the hot South America, and it's going to dump itself into the dry bowl that is Utah and moisten it up, lathering it up. And these Jews, they wanna put a block of salt in the air or something. They want to put some iodine silver. They want to put some sunblock and molecules so we don't get that. And I just like, what the fuck world am I living in? Anyways, here's the report.
109 yesterday. So, yeah, it was a hot one, and we'll continue to track those warm temperatures and the threat for flash flooding. But before we get to that, let's take a look at some pictures sent in by some viewers. Scott Taylor sending this in out of Magna. Beautiful sunset in the background. Had a bit more cloud coverage that started moving its way through. We saw some rain showers, even some flash flood warnings that were issued for the burn scars like the Babylon and the Cottonwood fire burn scars. And as we look at Phoenix, Hemsworth out of Cedar City, and then you can see off in the distance, we had some rain showers that moved across central Utah. And we'll continue to track this increasing monsoonal moisture as we go into tomorrow through the end of the week and for this weekend as we get that southerly flow. As we look at that Black Desert sky cam for the Black Desert Resort in Ivins, again, we saw some clouds that did move through. Otherwise, temperatures were still into the triple digits. No rain here, but you can see we had that increase in cloud coverage that, of course, will continue, and we'll be tracking that rainfall. And we'll also be tracking the air quality. We saw some hazy skies across northern Utah. We'll be in the unhealthy for sensitive groups category across Salt Lake County, much of the Wasatch Front into the moderate category throughout much of northern Utah as we go into tomorrow. And then along with the air quality, we're tracking that monsoon moisture that will be incoming as we have this ridge of high pressure off to the east that brought those hot temperatures, is bringing in that southerly flow, and that will lead to that elevated risk for flash flooding as we head into the overnight hours and for tomorrow through the end of the week, especially across southern Utah and into central Utah for areas like dry washes, slot canyons, and for those burn scars. As that precip potential for tomorrow, you can see it'll start to increase across southern and central Utah, especially along the I-15 corridor into the Uintas and for eastern Nevada, where there actually are flood watches that are in effect for eastern Nevada. And as we look at that flash flooding potential, if you're looking to visit any of our national parks as we go into tomorrow, it'll be possible across the San Rafael Swell, Capitol Reef National Park, Glen Canyon, and for the Grand Staircase, Bryce Canyon, and the Red Cliffs. And it'll be probable even into Zion National Park, as we could see some thunderstorms that could produce some heavy rainfall. So be on the lookout if you do plan to visit.
He's you could hear he's like, I don't know if that's like technique and he's not good at hiding the technique, but his breaths are very noticeable.
Any of these national parks have ways to receive alerts if you get any flash flooding alerts, because you do not want to be swept away in this. It only takes just a couple of inches to sweep you away. As we look at that upper level futurecast, the reason we'll be seeing that is because of this high pressure that had been sitting over the state. It's moved its way over to the Four Corners region, and it's bringing in that monsoonal moisture. We get that southerly flow.
It's weird. We're talking about pressure, right? We're not talking about temperature. But we associate the color, like we're not even talking about temperature, but they're like, you know what? These people are retarded. Let's make it red or brown to make them think like things are warmer than they really are, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, let's just, move away. If we're not talking temperature, don't be showing me like a red earth. You know what I mean? I don't like that. It's deceiving a little bit.
That will increase that moisture. We'll see daily chances for some showers and thunderstorms, especially into the afternoon hours, continuing through the end of the week and into this coming weekend. And that will continue. As you can see, we'll see that monsoonal moisture, and it continues even into early next week. Still looking at those warmer temperatures. It will be cooler compared to what we saw this past weekend. As we look at that regional forecast for tomorrow, we'll be seeing, again, still 100 degrees for Salt Lake, 104 in Provo, 99 for Delta, 103 for St. George, 103 in the Bluff, and those chances for some isolated showers and thunderstorms. As we look at your 7-day forecast, we are looking ahead for St. George. We'll be seeing those chances for some showers and thunderstorms into the afternoon hours. Pretty much the entire week we'll see those chances. Cooler temperatures, though.
Dude, this is as rough for me it is for you. Thanks for watching, folks, but we are now officially caught up with the local events. You know, you got to get through that weather report, dude. I used to love the weather. You know, I as a kid, dude, what's the weather for this week, dude? And you stay up. Sometimes you'd have to stay up till the 10 o'clock news, but like you catch the 5 o'clock news, watch the weather report, dude. And you're like, fuck, what's it gonna be, dude? What's it gonna be? And now, dude, what's crazy now is, I was looking at my phone The weather, I was looking at my phone 2 days ago, and it said the weather for the next 10 days or whatever is sunny every day. And then I looked again today. It was like rain, 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 rain. I was like, what the fuck? They can't make up their mind, dude. They don't even know about the weather week to week. These bastards. It's all guesswork, man. But they know enough that they need to block the sun. Oh no. Dude. It's just like these climate scare articles, you know. It's like future heat wave. Like they got Salina City runs out of water in pressurized water pond due to drought conditions. Okay. And then they got this article. Number one weather killer is heat. Climate scientist speaks on future of Utah's temperature after heat wave. It's like after a heat wave. It's weird, like things that are normal, you would just consider normal, right? It's supposed to be hot in the summer, and then maybe you got you get a stretch of days that are in the 100 degrees. Okay, I'll take you. You get a stretch of days that are 100 degrees, and like that's a heat wave. Not normal, not safe. It's like, dude, summer. What happened to summer being summer and winter kind of being winter? I don't know, dude. Summer, it should be hot. You should have a little bit of a heat streak. Okay, we'll go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Great show, dude. So grateful for everybody here. We're gonna end the show with what a rough show, dude, but great show. Very good, very great. What about who cares? We'll see you guys pretty soon. We'll see you guys whenever we see it. God bless. We'll see you so soon. Thank you for watching.